The private sector is the market-based part of our economy, and the public sector is encompassed by local, state, and federal government and its multitude of activities. Because of this, nonprofits make up a unique part of the landscape of organizations in the U.S. Sometimes they are called the third sector because they share traits in common with both the private and public sectors, but have important distinctions. Nonprofits help fill the gap between what the public and private sectors are able to accomplish. So what makes nonprofits different? Nonprofits are governed by a board of directors who cannot benefit from any financial gains on the part of the organization. Board members are typically considered volunteers and should only be compensated for limited direct expenses such as travel costs and conference fees. Nonprofit organizations exist for charitable purposes and to provide a public benefit, not to earn a profit or pay dividends to individual investors and owners. For this reason, nonprofit organizations are exempt from paying some types of taxes. With this special status comes many important responsibilities related to obtaining and keeping the IRS 501c3 designation. As mentioned, nonprofit organizations are mission-driven. This means that nonprofits have a stated mission and charitable purpose that guides their efforts, including the way they use their money and the way they define success. For nonprofits, social good is the ultimate goal. They think differently about the way they work with other organizations, often favoring collaboration over competition. Even though nonprofits share a lot of common traits, there is a vast diversity within the sector. Just as the for-profit sector provides a broad array of products and services, the nonprofit world features a tremendous range in terms of organization size, purpose, and approach. Nonprofits may provide products and services from arts and culture to health services or education and research. The entire list of nonprofit categories can be found on irs.gov. Nonprofit operating costs vary depending on the size and scope of the organization, from the Bennyville Firemen's Relief Association with an operating budget of $11,941 to the Tessa Care Center with a $7.1 million budget. According to the National Center of Charitable Statistics, in 2010, 75% of nonprofit corporations in the United States had annual expenses of less than $500,000. In addition to providing important support and services, the nonprofit sector is vital to our local, state, and national economies. Nonprofits employ the third largest workforce in America, providing $322 billion in wages to the U.S. economy and 5.5% of the national gross domestic product. According to the Minnesota Council of Nonprofits, 1 out of 9 workers in Minnesota is employed by a nonprofit. In 2013, GuideStar, which gathers and distributes information about every single IRS-registered nonprofit organization, reported that the United States had more than 1.8 million nonprofits registered with the IRS. The role nonprofits play in our society is an important one. So when someone starts thinking about creating a new one, it is critical to fully understand the sector.